Hello, roofers and bookkeepers. Welcome back to my channel today. My name is Helen, and I work in the construction business, and I help bookkeepers and roofers with their bookkeeping and actually building a bookkeeping or roofing company. I owned a roofing company of my own that me and my husband ran for 25 years, so I can help you do a lot of things. Today, we're going to talk about two different types of roofing company owners or any contractor or construction company owners, because everyone is a little bit different. You're a little bit different than one roofer is maybe to another roofer, how you do things, or as bookkeepers, as a bookkeeper, how you do things and how another bookkeeper does something, because we're just different people. We do like the same thing, but we have different skill sets. We have different experiences. We have different ways that work better for us. So it's always important in your bookkeeping business to be doing your work in a way that works for you, in a way that flows for you. But today I strictly want to talk about different personalities and type of roofing companies or roofing contractors. And some roofing contractors, they are really good with technology. They're really good with systems. They're really good with getting all their documents to you and keeping things organized. They're really good with planning, and they can read reports really well, and they know more what's going on in their business too. They're paying a lot of attention. They think through things very clearly before they take action on something. Their needs are a little bit different than the next roofer. Now, the next roofer, he may be like experienced in technology, but he may be a highly sales skilled person. And so he's going to have a more outgoing personality. He's going to be more of an extrovert, and he's going to want to grow a roofing business a whole lot faster than the prior roofing would. Say that's roofer A that has the systems and documents, and they move at a slower pace. Roofer B, he is going to be moving a lot faster in his business, making faster decisions. Maybe he doesn't pay that much attention to the reports that you're sending over. He may be harder to get documents from. He may have a big long-term vision that's really 10x, 20x, whatever it is. We have to work with that roofer a little bit different, because they need help more in just giving a simple form or a simple report. It may be, instead of having once a month the meeting with you like on Zoom, maybe he just rather you send texts and updates to him or email something, or he's going to email something to you. And what I run into a lot, and it's a little bit harder on the bookkeeping side when we get pictures and everything on our phones, but just keep in mind that's the personality and the roofer that you are working with, and that's the easiest thing for them to send to you because they're on the go. So they have a different level there. And so they may need more direction because they are moving fast. Their mind thinks really fast, where roofer A, they are more specific thinkers. They think about things longer before they decide to do some strategy or hire someone or fire someone or hire more contractors and different things like that. So in a way, I guess you could say roofer A is more of an introvert, a thinker, and roofer B is more of an extrovert. But for us as bookkeepers, it's fine either way. What we want to learn how to do is communicate with them the best ways that's easy for them to communicate with us. But neither one of these roofers they want to actually learn accounting or bookkeeping or all of these things. They just want to run their roofing company and have a very profitable roofing company. We don't change anything as a bookkeeper. Like I say, we're just going to change our communications. A simple thing may be one roofer may like you to call them. They'd rather you to text, email, whatever they're using there. And then also whatever different softwares they're using, then you might have to get familiar with those. Your expectation of roofer A as far as documents go, you're going to get those documents really fast, and they're going to answer you the same day in the email that you requested a receipt for something, or you have a question about something. And roofer B, that is not going to be happening. You might have to figure out ways that you can get the receipt without actually going through them. And possibly sometimes it could be when you're going through their QuickBooks and their bank feed, to make sure you have QuickBooks where it shows you the bank detail memo, and then that's going to help you a lot. Maybe it's where they wrote a check. So it might be easier for them if that memo check number is 1232, that you can email them and say, hey, you wrote check 1232 for $1,000. Can you tell me who that was written to? Or in QuickBooks, if it was a check, a lot of times it will be attached to that expense already in QuickBooks. So then you can just pull that up in the attached file, and then you can see who the check was written to, what the check number was, the date, and all those things that we like as bookkeepers. And this will save you a lot of time too. There's different ways like that you're going to be working with a roofing contractor. Sometimes maybe you want a meeting with them to go over several things, and it doesn't always fit their schedule. So you might be on the phone with them while they're driving, or even when you are going to have a Zoom call with somebody that's looking for you to do their bookkeeping. It may even happen to be that they're going to call you on their phone, do a video call right on their phone while they're driving somewhere. So be specific about that when you're setting up your appointment, to let them know. It would be great if you could be at your computer or your laptop so we can take a look at your QuickBooks. So it's just different communications that you would use with these two different people. So always keep those in mind when you are dealing with a customer or client, because the communication part, I think, is extremely important. Because if we're wanting one thing and the client is wanting something else, we've got to figure out how we can get the thing that we need and in the time frame, and something that's going to be easy for the client to weekly or monthly be able to supply that to you. Another example of this could be that in QuickBooks that they have enabled for the bank to send the bank statements in QuickBooks. So when you go to reconcile, you can view the bank statements. And that's another way that if it's a fast moving person, that will help you. Okay. And most of the time, I think most of my roofers are more in the category B than they are in the category A, where they are a thinker, because a lot of roofers are very good salespeople. So just keep that in mind too. Not all of them are going to be into the systems and documents. And I know when speaking to a lot of bookkeepers, the biggest, problem they have with clients, I would say, is getting the documents, especially initially when you're starting to serve a client, getting all the documents. And then once you get it cleaned up and get it going, then you won't need as many documents. But you can also help each one of them with organization and processing and workflow, and even helping the way that they're doing things in their business to help them save time, even between the CRM and in the QuickBooks Online. I don't know if you watched my video last week or not, but you don't have to know the CRMs in order to help a roofing company? I actually got that question this week when I put out that video about roofing CRMs, because someone was confused that do they need to know that roofing CRMs before they can really quote a roofing client. So I'm like, no, you don't need to know all of that. You're just getting on a call with them to find out where they're getting stuck at, what problems they're having, and what things you can do to help them solve that. And then if they are on the CRM, then you're going to find out what CRM they're on, and then you can investigate to see how that CRM works. And like I said last week, most all those CRMs, they work the same. They're just basically the displays may look a little bit different. It's the same thing like you as a bookkeeper, if you were using QuickBooks Online or you were using Xero or Wave or any of those, they're very similar in the way that they look. The tabs are basically the same thing. So, but that is, think about those things in communicating with your clients to make your job easier and help them more in their business and being an asset more and an advisor more, and you can be more helpful in their business. So that really has helped me a lot of learning like different personalities and traits with personalities, whether you're introvert or extrovert. So that's very helpful. But anyway, I do want to invite you to join our Roofing Bookkeepers Connection on the school platform. And I'm over there all during the week making different posts and training different things. And I have free training there as well. And if you're just ready to get started in really building your bookkeeping business, do take a look on my website at helendevries.com as well. And you'll see the premium membership, and that can be something to help you get started. Roofing Bookkeepers Connection is absolutely free, and I have 3 free trainings just in the classroom there where you can get started. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Talk to you next Friday. Bye-bye.